Hey y'all, welcome back to the Hack Shack. Today I've got a different helper.
Hi, I'm Leo.
And we're going to be working on box number 2 of the High Hut Maker Advent Calendar, but this is again different from the last year one. This is the Let It Glow one. So let's see what we have in box number 2 here. Alrighty, so now let's see what we've got inside here. Right. So this is kind of funky. I think that's
the blocky LED.
Yeah, block LED. It's a diffused one. I've never seen one like this. And one thing, I looked ahead. The documentation says if you look, both of these legs are the same length, so you can't use the little shortcut usual, for the shorter leg being the negative. But I think on this one it says the writing is on the positive side, so that's how we'll know what's what there. And that's a resistor right here. And we've got 2 jumper wires, and we used these last year to make connections between various things and components we're playing with. So that's what we've got for this. So now let's look into the activity we're going to be doing. All right, so here we go. I'm going to show you guys on the screen a schematic of what we're supposed to end up with here, so you can see. And the drawing here shows the LED kind of going in. It looks like row C on that top one, but I believe if we put it there, it won't give us enough room to put the resistor in. So you think you can get it in there? If you're in C, maybe it's close enough. You're fine there. So just do that. You put the resistor in right there. Make sure it lines up with that furthest left hole.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And then did you bridge that gap? And sometimes these things, you got to push them down harder than you think you do. But we'll know pretty quick if we did or not. Okay. Oh, are in the first? Yep. Okay. So now, right. So now put these jumpers, and the thing makes a note, the color of the jumpers don't matter. These both are black, but they could be any color. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a way for you to keep things, to tell what they are. But for this simple thing we're doing today, it's okay that they're both black, I think. Let's see, by putting your one jumper on the other side of that resistor, like towards you, that's making that has to flow through that resistor. And the simple version of what a resistor is kind of like a little traffic cop for current, right? Or everything's voltage and current are always tied together, Ohm's law. But anyway, it's like something to basically control how that works. All right, so we're on the first and the third one, right? And you've got that, and you sure that the one on the left is going to that one? And you sure that the 18 and 19 are going to there, like on the picture, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I think we are matching our thing there. So that is cool. Let's look at the code here. All right, so here we are. We're back on the Pi 400. We're in Thani, and Leo's going to give me a hand here. We've got some code in here. So, and Leo has actually played a good bit with Python this past school year, right? Yeah. Even since you helped me last year. So you know what some of this stuff is, right?
Yeah.
So what's that first line doing for us?
So the first thing we're doing is we're importing some code so we don't have to write all of it. And that code is pin.
Yeah, and I think what that does is it's like an abstraction away from the actual hardware, and that's letting us easily interact with the I/O pins that on this Pico H. So what do you think we're doing in those first 2 lines there? Are we assigning some variables, and what does that mean we're doing there?
I think what we're doing is we're assigning the variables to different parts, like on the LED, maybe?
Yeah.
Probably parts of the LED.
Right. I think you're right there. And there's one thing too, I believe you'll notice there's a pin map. I'll put it up on the screen, because if you notice on the board earlier, when we plugged in, we were not plugged into, we didn't plug anything into pin 14, did we? So there's like what the chip's pin 14 versus where it comes out on this board. So there's a little map. So yeah. I was going to tell you that if that looks off to you, that's why that is. So basically, when we do this, go ahead.
Isn't 1 making it like on, like 1 versus 0?
Right. So yeah. Remember, like binary kind of things, anytime you're messing with this, like, or people say taking something high or low.
Like true.
Yeah, exactly. So when those values, you're basically saying, on the output of that pin, make it go high. And if there's an LED on there, there's a built-in, one of these LEDs, the pin 25 one, I believe is going to light up like we did in the first video. That's going to light up this on-screen one. So if we did everything right, when you execute this code, I believe it's going to, like it says there in the printf. So let's do that and see if we You know what? I need to, you know what helps when you're trying to push code to something? If you plug it in. So let's see if that changes. So, all right, we got to plug our USB in. I had it undone while we were building the circuit. So wait a minute. And let's see if we can get, there you go. Now it's going to show up. So now do that. And then tell it to, yeah, that's fine. It might want to save a file. Let's go ahead there and just give it a name if you want to. You can overwrite that. Just call it, you know. All right, now let's look at our bench here. We got our LEDs on, and we may have to, I'm going to turn back here to our bench. Now, I can't tell if this one's on. Is that? Oh, yeah, it is. So I'm going to turn our lights off for just a second. It might get a little noisy, but that one LED is real diffused, but that way you can see it, right? So so those ones we just showed you, we're going to go back over and just make those zeros real quick. And
you make 1 0 1.
Yeah, you could do, or turn, if you do both of them 0, both of them should turn off without us doing anything. So let's see if that happens. So you turned the onboard one went off. Now, if you turn that one off, the red one should turn off too. So hit that and run that code. Boom. And so that's off. All right. So let's go and look and see what our next little example is.
So this time we're importing pin again, but we're also importing a program called time. And what time allows us to do is add in delays into the code. So it will wait a second or however long before continuing the code.
All right, so if you walk us through this time we're only worried about one LED, it looks like, right? Mm-hmm. Just the red one. So walk us through that and tell us, you know, step by step, what is that, what are we doing? So first we're defining it after we do those imports, right?
We're defining what red is, like where it is. And then we're doing the same thing, so red is going to be on, but now we're adding sleep, so then it's going to wait. Sure, it's going to wait for a second.
And so it'll be on for a second. And then what happens immediately after that? And then it'll be off for a second?
And then on for a second, then off for a second.
But then it just ends. So it should start, we should see it on when as soon as you hit execute, then it'll be off, on, off again. All right, so hit your code and let's see if it does that, on and off. Okay, there's on, off, on, off. And that's it, right? Mm-hmm. So we're going to go back and let's look at the next. I think we're going to get a little fancier on our next piece of code here.
So this next code that we've put in here, it includes a while loop, and it also includes some commentary, but I don't know.
So the while loop, what's that going to do?
So while loops rely on conditions for, you know, them to loop. And so this one's using while true, which means that it's going to keep continuing over and over until we manually stop it.
So there's nothing in that code in the inside that's ever going to have it reach a state that's going to make it quit. So whatever is the next little piece in here that's indented is just going to go forever and ever. And then it's going to be us on for half, off for half. So it should be a little bit of a faster flash, right?
That'll just keep going until we stop.
All right, send the code to it. Let's see what it does. Yeah. So is that doing what we thought it was going to do?
I think so.
That's pretty cool.
And it's just going to keep on going until we stop.
And this gives you an idea of how some code may work in some things. But sometimes they'll just use like a chip to do something basic like that, but like in a beacon or something, right? Or like if you turned a knob, it might change that value of the delay, if you remember. But that's a good basic, shows us what that kind of code does. So let's check out what our next thing is going to be here. Okay, so we've got some different code now. So what are we going to see how to do this time around?
So this is all the same, except this time, instead of using while true for our loop, we're using range. And what range does is it goes through kind of like how many iterations you want to go through, like how many times you want the code. So
instead of infinity, it's going to be whatever number's in there. That's going to be like a countdown or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it starts at 0, and then it's for how many times, which in this case is 10.
And let's push it. Count them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I was right.
All right. Right on.
So that's it for today's box. Today we used LEDs, resistors, and we looked at what anodes and cathodes are. Mm-hmm. We constructed an LED circuit and then imported code.
Yeah, so we remember how we used our hardware or the library or whatever you want to call it to like ease us or make it easier for us to use hardware pins. And then we added the time one in so we could use some time functions. And then we learned about
loops,
right?
and a while loop,
Which
is
is
a range.
Yeah, while or the one we use range, and then we did the other one that was while true, and it was infinity, right? So that's pretty cool. So let's see.
We also used multiple components.
We did. That's right. Yep. And we're just going to be adding to it. And I think our documentation tells us that we're going to leave this as it is because we're just going to be building upon this for day 3. So I guess that's all for today. And we will see you on day 3. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.